Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today we're going to go over 3 keys to living strong, fit, and sexy until 80 and beyond. I didn't come up with this title, by the way.
So that's the title of the book.
It's the new title of the book, because I have the old version,
Sure.
and the old version didn't have that on there, but they must have found this sex sells, right, Brad?
More attractive.
Even though we're a family show, we can allude to the fact anyway. So the book is Younger Next Year. This is one of my favorite books. It's by Chris Crowley and Henry S. Lodge, MD. And they also have a lot of different versions of this now because it must have been very popular.
Sure.
So they have one Thinner Next Year. They have one for women.
Sure.
And which I think is really good because there's a lot of differences between men and women. And as far as aging too.
Mars, Venus thing.
That's right.
Yeah, they wrote books on that as well.
Yeah. But, by the way, if you are new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, if you get the chance, go over to the Facebook land, and you're going to like us, Bob and Brad, because if you like us, we send out positive vibes your way. And you're set for the day then.
Yeah.
Once you get those positive vibes, you're good.
Facebook land. I like that. I like that.
Came up with the new one. All right, so there's a lot of information in this book, but I'm going to talk about the 3 keys. Basically what they're talking about is over thousands of years or millions of years that humans have been on Earth, that there's certain things that actually will turn back your biological clock, and there's other things that'll accelerate it.
Okay.
So we're going to show you, which things basically cause the body and mind to decay, and which things actually cause the body and mind to actually grow yet.
Sure.
Like you're a kid.
And actually would like to grow versus decay.
When we say grow, we don't mean like get big.
Not another 6 inches taller.
No,
My
no.
God, Bob would really be, really be up there.
I don't think I'm done growing yet. All right, but one of the things I liked in this book, but again, Younger Next Year, a guide to, this one, the old version was a guide to living like 50 until you're 80 and beyond. But one thing I liked is this graph here.
Sure, yeah.
I drew the graph. I tried to recreate it. So
this kind of gives a general concept of where are you going to head as you grow?
Right.
How you're 45.
It's basically like they kind of talked about as the last third of your life.
Okay.
And how are you going to handle that, and how are you going to what kind of living are you going to have? What's your quality of life going to be?
Sure.
Like? So basically, if you don't follow the tenets of this book, what they're saying is they're graphing out from age 45 to 76, which is about the average age people live to now.
Sure.
Especially for men. This is healthy. So you start off at 45, you're very healthy, and this is dead.
Down at the yeah. So this person was healthy, and it drops off pretty quickly as you get into your late 60s and early 70s.
Yeah. So you can see it's just a decline the whole way. Basically the average person.
Right.
You start declining at 45, and by the time you hit 76, you're dead. So what they're saying is, if you start following again the principles of this book, you could actually be healthy, and you can almost really stay healthy all the way up till 85, and then you have like a real sharp drop off.
Right, and then you're dead.
Yeah, it's funny, someone I mentioned that was like this is President Bush, elder, senior.
Okay.
They said, between these ages, they said they just saw him. I mean, he was skydiving yet.
Sure, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So and then now he's in a wheelchair, but he had really a lot of good years of really good health, and then he precipitously went down.
Sure.
But what they're saying, you might, for some of you even, if you really go at it, you actually can get healthier, and then you start dipping down a little bit. So this is obviously the best case scenario of all.
And as I see with this book, I see people, if I go to events, races and stuff, I'll see people, their times get better in bike races and running. They're in their mid to late 50s.
Well, you're an example, Brad. Your times got better in swimming.
Well, right, yeah. Just from exercise. But I mean, in general, and I see people really up there, and it's like, just this last weekend, there was people in their 60s, and I think the one guy was over 70.
What race were you at, Brad?
It was a mountain bike race, the Fat Tire. It's one of the largest mountain bike races in the United States. And in my age group, in this particular group, there was 76 people in the race.
Wow.
And in the 30 to 35, there was only 30 some.
Wow.
So people are getting more active, and it's fun to watch people.
It is fun to see that. And I mean, we brought a guy in who does triathlons, and he was, how old?
63.
63. I mean, man, that's...
Yeah, and he looked like a stud.
And he did look like a stud. He looked younger than we did.
I can't wait to talk to him and tell him to watch this one.
Yeah, that's right. He got to mention. So these are the 3 tenets that you're supposed to follow, by the way. The first thing is exercise. And we've done videos on this too before where they've actually found out like a cellular level that you can actually kind of reverse aging to some extent by exercise. But the key to this is, and I know everybody says, you're supposed to exercise. They say you exercise a lot. Mm-hmm. So they're saying 6 days a week. You pick the 6 days, but 6 days a week, aerobic, and they definitely say you have to include strengthening.
Right. Now, I like aerobic, but I got to admit, I started doing resistance training in the last year, and I've noticed changes for the better. So I have to agree with it, even though I still prefer aerobic.
I agree 100% with you too. I like aerobic much better. I don't mind stretching, but I don't like really strength training, but I know it's one of those things I got to do.
Right.
And it does. It makes such a difference in everything. So I've noticed a big change in my life too. So the next thing is, we're going to show you, by the way, some strength training at the end of the video, just real quickly.
Something you can do at home, some basic things.
Yeah. And then number 2 is nutrition. No surprise there, but we're not talking about, that you have to eat just so strictly, but start avoiding the junk food.
Right.
Because again, nutritious meals tell the body to grow. Junk food tells the body to decay and overeating.
Right.
So.
And it's so easy to go out and splurge on fun food. For me, I'm a sugar person.
Right.
Hey, you put malted milk balls in front of me, and that's a tough one.
I have trouble with those too.
Peanut M&Ms, are just, they put sugar in everything. Chocolate milk,
everything, there's sugar in bread.
Really get more education on your diet so it fits you and something you feel comfortable with.
That's true. All right, the third thing is commitments. And this is saying, as you get older, you want to stay connected to people and to causes.
Right.
Basically, by staying connected, it's got the body, mind to grow. Isolation causes the body to decay. So this is something you really want to make a point of, is, join local volunteer groups or whatever if you don't have, and try to stay connected to your family.
Right, you have to feel like you have a purpose in life, and you have a drive and a desire to get up in the morning to accomplish something and help people out.
All right, so we're going to show you 5 basic strengthening exercises using our workout wall anchor. We really like this because, especially as you grow older, these are great ways to strengthen without a lot of investment in money or time. And also, it's easy on the joints.
It is.
So we're using exercise bands. And what do you want? You want to start off, Brad, doing some of them, or what do you want to do?
Well, sure. I want to
give you 5 of them.
The other thing that this is very unique to is it really emphasizes balance. There's a lot of exercises that this is pulling you. We call it perturbations in therapy, but when the body experiences pulling and moving while you're on your feet, it's good. You're without knowing it, your balance is being challenged and worked. So just for an example, now
if you want to do lats and triceps.
Oh, okay. So if I'm going to do lats, now this isn't going to work my balance too much.
Right.
But we've got some,
other ones where you do.
Right. Yeah. If you're doing lats here, you might want to have a chair or a ball. I use a stool at home that gets me down. Or if you want to do an isometric chair and work those quads.
Right.
Boy, this goes along with that book, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So you're working, then you're getting large muscle groups here.
Again, you're pulling down, you're getting the lat muscles, the latissimus dorsi.
And I like to do this one against the wall because we're always talking posture. And that makes me have good posture while I do this. And then I'll go right to my lats or triceps. And I'll keep my head touching the wall because then I know, and my shoulders are back, I really have good, strict posture as I do my exercises, which is critical. A good muscle memory thing. And 10 to 15 reps is a good rule of thumb.
Speaking of posture, that is what I do with this one, the higher up one. I get my body in good posture, and then I'm actually pulling back, and I'm squeezing the shoulder blades
Right
together.
here.
I'm going to pull over this way so Brad can point
These
it out.
postural muscles are just important to work.
And now you can turn it this way, and you can even go down like this and work different parts of the posture
lower
muscles.
traps, and then you get a little lat there as well.
Yeah. So, and you can actually, I mean, I often even do a little marching in place while I'm doing these.
So you can get some resistance and aerobic with the bands. It's fun.
Yep. And so that's number 1 and 2 and 3. We're going to also do biceps. And within this case, we actually have 2 bands set up,
Sure.
Doubled up. And I like to do these this way. I used to use a bar to do biceps, but I was getting my elbow used to get real sore from it. So, but you can do doubles like this, or you can just work on singles and really concentrate on trying to get the bicep.
Now this is one that will challenge your balance a little bit more.
Yes, it will. Yes, especially if you get out here.
Right,
So
and you're working some core as well.
Yeah, now my core is really kicking in while I'm doing these. And then you can go right into into doing squats too. You can go shoulder length, shoulder height here, and you can go down. I don't squat that far down. I don't feel the need to, and also I'm old, so I can't get that far down.
Yeah, he's got dress pants on. We have to apologize for not having our workout clothes on, but we got to go to work right after this. So
that's right.
It makes it difficult to do everything at once.
So those are 5 basic exercises. They don't take that long, but you've kind of covered the whole body. And then you go out for a walk, maybe at a different part of the day, and there you're getting some of that heavy exercise in.
Sure.
So. All right, remember,
anything else, Bob?
We can fix just about anything.
Except for?
Where are we going to put it?
Yeah, just drop it. Can you drop it down from the ceiling?
Sure, a broken heart. But we're working on it.
We got to write a book on that then.
All right, thanks for watching.